for me, Sundays were, like I said, family, food, and football. But we changed the script a little bit, and family, food, and football turned out to be family, food, and football tailgating, and going down and sharing that experience with them. My wife and I decided a long time ago that while buying your kids stuff is fun and sometimes necessary, we'd much rather give them experiences, and we'd rather spend money on that.
Hey Mama, can you come help? I need to get the parchment paper out and get the big tray, and we need to get some bacon going.
We've been doing this for a long time. It was different when we didn't have kids and it was just Sarah and I. Now it is different because we have an 11 and 9-year-old, and it goes into what we can do and what we can prep. For about 9 years, I spent, working in, kitchens and outside of kitchens and restaurants and everything else, and just kind of, figured a lot of stuff out on the go. During that time, I cooked tableside dinners, Caesar salad from scratch, steak Diane, shrimp scampi, cherries Jubilee, bananas Foster for people right at the table, and that can be a little nerve-wracking, but it also gives you a little confidence to be able to cook too.
Remember, here's how we hold the knife, right? My dad's got it pinched, right? 2-finger pinch with his hand around the handle, and you press down and through and down and through.
I don't know if I'd have been confident enough to really go after regional cuisine or a more complex menu had I not been in currently the training I was going through as far as restaurants. It opened the door to many more possibilities of what we were capable of and what we could actually pull together and put together.
That's what you're looking for, right? You kind of put them like that?
It kind of took off there in the 04-05 season as just like kind of, the Colts did. And the more we tailgated, the better we got. And the more they played, the better they got. We learned a ton at that point. We had 8 people coming, and the tailgates grew and grew, and people kept inviting more friends. And then in the 05 season, 06 season, it kind of exploded. We ended up at a tailgating event for Tennessee Titans. Somebody came around and had a card and said, hey, we're having a cook-off contest for tailgating here. Bring your stuff, show up about 11:30, and we'll go from there. And we were like, oh yeah. So we had a pulled pork that was smoked for good 10-12 hours. We had 4-hour Chipotle smoked baked beans. We had fresh slaw, we had bourbon pecan pie, we had rum and cider because it was October that year, and so we had just a bucket of hot rum and cider on the turkey fryer, and we show up, and lo and behold, we beat out 30 other contestants, and we kind of figured out how big this was. It just really took off after winning that contest, and then it got big, and then we ended up with 30 to 50 people per week. And so then you're, prepping for 30 to 50 people, and it takes your whole week to prep. And it takes everything that you have to get down there, normally now in 2 cars, and trying to set it all out and make it all work. And that was fun for a while. Then it became a little overwhelming. And the evolution came when we had children. My son's 11 and my daughter's 9. And it was kind of like, as he got older and learned about football, it was like me getting older and learning about football. It was that family tradition of being able to pass that along to my son and to my daughter, and what those Sundays were like. It's just, it's really evolved full circle for me now. From '84, when my dad was taking me to football games, and we were buying stuff and food on the way in, whether it was from a hot dog vendor or stopping by somebody else's tailgate, to being on our own and doing that and having a great time and winning a championship for tailgating and having up to 50 people there, to that dwindling down to we had kids and I was still going to the games and taking friends, but we weren't doing a whole lot of really intricate tailgating, to now that the kids are old enough to go, we're back in the swing of things of preparing menus each week and going down and throwing the football with my son and watching my daughter climb the trees at the tailgating lot all the way to the top, and just having food and having fun and just enjoying our time with our family. And that's really been so worth it for us and for our family. Yeah. You know, you don't know it at the time, but the food was good. And you're there with your whole family. And it's those memories, I think, that when you sometimes, you taste something and it's so exceptional and you look around at the people you're with, that really kind of sets in your brain. Yeah, do you remember when we were all together and all of a sudden you had, the food, it was amazing. It's one of those things that can, I guess, turn up the dial on family memories, because the food was amazing, the company was amazing, the people were amazing, and you remember those things. And that's one of those, you know, events in my life that I'll never forget. And that's why we try and invite so many people down to tailgate. You know, come on down, hang out. I have friends who hate football who have come down just for the tailgate because they love food. And so they'll come down and hang out. And that's what it's about. It's about coming down and bonding and being together, whether that's with your friends or whether that's with your family or whether it's both. There's so many parallels to that game in life I've found through the years that make me think it's one of the greatest sports. And to go down and enjoy NFL games and see a game I love, as well as be able to share that with my family, is really special to me. And I look forward to these Sundays, and I look forward to all of this, because I know in, 8 short years, 9 short years, 6 short years, my kids are going to be gone, and they're going to be out on their own, and they're going to be like I was in my early 20s, and they're going to be doing their own thing, and they're going to be going to their own tailgates, and they're going to be having their own fun and starting their own traditions. And I just hope that we can pass a little bit of that along to them, and maybe something that they can use while they're there.